Hello, hello. This is Robert Bolden, Life Transformed, and this is We Wednesday. We are in this together. If you're new to We Wednesday, we are going live on YouTube right now. If you're new to We Wednesday, it's all about we are in this together. I jump on here and I will share um, just some big revelation that I've had in the last week or so. And as always, those of you who join this on a regular basis know that, boy, things have just been ramping up for me. I'm getting so much new wisdom each and every day that it's tough to choose what I'm going to share here on Wednesday. But I do have something to share today. We may have someone join us. I'm kind of going to give them a couple of minutes here to actually join. But before I go into that, let me just say I just came back from an adventure, a road trip, very spontaneous that God put me on. And it's amazing when you travel across the country by car. And I just did a loop here from Asheville to Chicago, back through Kentucky. So I hit West Virginia, I hit Ohio, I hit Indiana, I hit Michigan. Um, but it was just fascinating the way God works when I just go out there with a spirit of serving Him, a spirit of, you know, speaking life and doing kingdom work. That's what Jesus came to do. So that's what I will be doing the rest of my life. All right, let's jump in here. So this one is about sowing and reaping. You reap what you sow. You reap more than you sow, and later than you sow. So that, this is so powerful because I think we're all sowing something in our lives. I was sowing things from the minute I was born. So it's not an option whether you sow or not. It's it, where we have the choice is when you choose what you're going to sow. And um, it's just so powerful to think about that. So, me, I'm older, so I can look back at my life and I saw what I sowed and the results of that. And, this next part is really amazing. And I think it's just a great lesson for the whole world to hear. Okay. What we are today is the result of what we've been thinking and the way that we lived in the past. Wow. So think about that. What we are today. So what I am today is a result of what I've been thinking and how I lived in the past. And that's exactly what I was talking about. So the same thing holds going forward. What I'm thinking and how I'm living today is going to determine who I'm going to be in the future. Again, getting right back to you reap what you sow. So it's really convicting. Uh, I looked at, and I'm still looking at what habits do I need to change? What do I need to put in place in my life? What do I need to sow? Where do I need to invest my time, treasure, and talents in? Uh, and the other part, I don't know if it was in this one or not. It's in the eternal things is where I want to sow. I don't want to sow in current things of this world. Money. That's why God mentions you can't serve two masters, God and money. It's so powerful. And in this world, of course, money is important. Let me go on to talk about that. Save today and have plenty for tomorrow was the comment. Okay. And of course, this principle was talking about money at that time. And then it goes on with Galatians 6:7. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, this he also will reap. Good for those who sow good habits, bad for those who are involved in ungodly habits. We will reap the harvest of our lives. And that's a definitive. You will reap whatever it is, the harvest of your life. I also read, separate from this, Luke 16:10-15. And that all talked about, this whole concept of, what you are least faithful with, and it talked about money in that case as well. That if you're faithful with the little things, and here the twist was a little thing is money, but the world can make money a big thing. So if you're faithful with a little thing, then you could be entrusted with the godly things, with the heavenly things, with the eternal things. Wow, is that so beautiful? So it's just a great reflection for me to look back at all the areas of my life and say, okay, where I am right now, I've sowed this and I am reaping what I have sowed in the past. So if there are areas in my life that I want to reap better outcomes, if I want to reap more of what God designed me for, then I don't have to necessarily pray for it. Fine, that's good. You can pray for it, but start sowing. Take the action. Start sowing whatever it is you want to reap. And that is where the beauty comes in. That's where the blessing can come in. And that's where you and I can actually kind of create the future life that we're going to have by what we're sowing into. And for me, the big thing there obviously is to, look at Jesus as my teacher, my rabbi. I'm an apprentice to Jesus. He teaches us how to live in an amazing way, in a way that's just beautiful. He has compassion. He meets people where they are, but he doesn't leave them there. He says, okay, let's go here. He doesn't chase after anybody. He doesn't try to convince somebody to do something. That's why it's called the way. Just follow the way. If you can follow the way of Jesus, it's beautiful. And that's the path that I've been on and will continue to be on the rest of my life. And so just reading through this, it was a great affirmation and a great caution to continue to live this way, think this way, and have my mind set on the eternal things, not on the things of this world, because that's where I could get in trouble. That's where you could get in trouble. All right. I think that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on Wednesday. Remember, every Wednesday I am here at about 12:45 Eastern, live. You can see the replay. I'll be condensing this into a YouTube video that I'll post later as well. So you can always catch up on past episodes that way, or go right and see the recordings right on our YouTube channel on Life Transform. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and we will see you next time.